Hey, good people, how you doing? Welcome to Stock Up with Larry Welcome to Stock Up with Larry Jones. I'm sorry, good people. Please understand how important what I'm about to tell you is. It's very, very important. I may lose some subscribers over this, but it's just been burning. I made a prior video on how we are programmed to be poor, and it's just some things that I got to tell you guys the truth. Whether I lose some of you guys or not, I have to tell you the truth because only the truth will set you free. Now, I'm going to just try to put this together as quickly as possible, right? I took some notes, right? So, here's the truth. You are set up to fail from birth. The whole system is set up for you to work, get taxed to death, pay bills, retire, get sick, and die, and live on a fixed income where you have to go and eat at a restaurant that only has a senior citizen's meal while the wealthy gets wealthy. I played an earlier video how these bankers making $40 million knowing that they're driving the banks into the ground with our money, right? And then who has to bail them out? Us, right? And then they have a $40 million salary, one of them did. $40 million. But he costed over $1 billion worth of damage. And it's the law. This is what we got to understand, good people. I'm going to just ask you to research before you react. And I'm just going to tell you that there is a political party. Now, when I came up, I was tell you, I came up in the hoods of Chicago. I came up as a Democrat, right? Chicago's a Democratic city, right? And I do believe that there's people in the Democratic Party that have good intentions in their hearts when they start. They're just with the wrong party. And I'm just going to ask you, if your daddy came home to you and he was loving and caring and everything, and you just thought he was the nicest person in the world, but then you find out that he was freaking Jeffrey Dahmer and there was bodies in the basement, would you still treat him the same? No, you would not. It's hard to believe that that's the same person. And the reason why I brought that up is I'm just going to say it. There are things that we need to understand that are just set the way they are set. The 5% gain their wealth from us. I'm going to go down with me. And everything that I'm going to share with you are facts. Here's the truth. I'm going to talk about politics. I have to, because I simply want you to wake up. All right. Here's the truth about certain cities. I'm just going to say Democrat-ran cities, right? Democrat-ran cities. You pay more for gas. You pay more to heat and cool your house. You pay more for a gallon of milk. I told somebody, and I came from the hood. I went and visited my old hood, and I told him I would never live here again. He said, "Why not, man? Why not, man?" I said, "I can't afford to live in the hood. It costs too much." Let me show you guys something. So I ran out today. I was so messed up by my earlier video. Look at this. So now, this is Schaumburg. This is a upscale. There are $1 million houses in Schaumburg for those of you that's been around, multi-million dollar houses. For those of you that have been around those malls out there, right? And this is Schaumburg, affluent neighborhood, right? Look at the gas, right? Look at that. 379, 389. You see there? And then let's go into the hood, like the hood. All right? You see that? You see here 1600 West Van Buren? You guys know, right off the 290 in Chicago. 509. And who lives there? Poor people, or close to poor people. The income level is much lower here than it is here. Look at that. Look at that. There's right in front of you. Look at that. 1001 West Jackson Boulevard. Okay. 3159 West Chicago Avenue, $5 a gallon. I know exactly where that is. I went to Orr High School, right over there. But you guys see that $5 a gallon, $5 a gallon. Then when you go to the affluent neighborhoods, $3.79. You see that? That's by design. because that's all they do. Democrats, and I'm not saying the whole Democratic Party, because you Republicans, I got something to say about y'all too. These Democratic run cities, I'm just telling you, all they do is tax. Now, where do they get the tax from? They get it from you. They'll give you a check, and then they tax you these ways, good people. I may get shut down. I may lose some of you guys, but I got to tell you the truth. All right. So then they put these speed lights out, right? You got the worst services, right? When it comes to garbage and that type of deal, water, all of that. Every time there's a water problem, right? Lead in the water, never in an affluent neighborhood. It's always in the poor neighborhoods. Why? They're not upgrading. All of the money gets shifted into the affluent neighborhoods. These are just the truths, right? And you continue to vote them in. Why? They are paying for your vote. These are the truths. I know this is a financial page, but I gotta tell you the truth, all right? And then you got the city of Chicago, my beloved city. I love Chicago. I do a lot in Chicago. So you got these speed lights, right? These speed cameras. Now, they had it to where if you were going over 11 miles over the speed limit, then you would get a ticket. She agreed to lower it to 6 miles over the speed limit, 5 to 6 miles over the speed limit, and then you get the ticket. So since she lowered it, they made more money off of cars going 5 miles over the speed limit than 11 miles over the speed limit. Who did that? Your mayor, Lori Lightfoot, did it. Democrat. And I'm just telling you guys the truth. Now, I'm an independent. I don't like parties either way, but I'm telling you it is costing you. It's costing you. They won't. And the new mayor, I beg you to let me get into your school systems and teach financial literacy. Okay. I'll bring some friends in. I beg you, the new mayor. All right. He just got in. Give him a chance. I agree with it. Give him a chance. I will work with you. But I gotta speak the truth. Truth to power. Okay. And these are some of the things that they do. Why? They control your vote. So you stay poor and you stay dependent on them, then they control your votes. And it has been working for decades and decades. All right. Now, I know I hear a lot of amens from the Republicans. You guys are getting screwed too. You guys are getting screwed too. I'm an independent. I don't believe anybody that's been in office need to be in office again. That's just me. I'm an independent, right? Okay, so let me tell you something about tax breaks. Now, I showed you guys, I'm going to show you guys this car. I'm going to show it to you. Let me see if I can just pull it up here. Now, this car is, look at that. That's my car. All right. I didn't want that car. Beautiful car. Love it. Nice driving car. I did not want to buy that car. I'm not a flashy dude. I had my car. My wife has her car. I got a Jeep. I plan on driving that till the wheels fall off. My money is in the market. But then I talked to my accountant and I had to do a tax break. I needed a tax break because of my business. And guess what? I researched and I found out that if you bought a vehicle that weighed over 6,000 pounds in your company name and you use it for company things, that car got dirt on it. I only bring it out to make videos. Either I did that and had the car sitting in my garage, or I would have cut the government the amount that car is worth. And there's only this many cars, right? That fits under that. And they are all expensive where the average American can't afford it. So you go, yeah, well, what does that have to do with the Republican Party? So they got tax breaks, both the Democrats and the Republicans, and our former president takes advantage of it. OK, all of us don't have a golf course that we could bury our ex-wives in. And then it becomes a cemetery. And then it becomes tax-free because it's a cemetery. You and I don't have that. OK, so you want to write something off. You go get the average weight car, which is $3,500. You don't get the write off. You see how this works? Then when you want to invest in a Roth IRA, they cap you off. right? It's capped at 6,000, 5,000 for most. And they capped you off. Why couldn't they just raise the limit to 10,000 so you can become a millionaire faster? And let me ask you guys this. For those of you that are high paid, blue collar cities, casinos everywhere, but you never see casinos in an affluent neighborhood. Why? They don't allow it. You don't see speed cameras in affluent neighborhoods. Why? They don't allow it. They tried it, they got sued, and the city lost. These are truths, good people. And this is all by design. It keeps you poor. It keeps us in the state that we are in. And so, what does that mean, Larry? I don't like the Republicans. I'm going to ask you to like the Republicans. Just don't like the Democrats, because they're doing it to you. And the same thing, I'm not asking you to like the Democrats. Just don't like the Republicans. Be about the people again, because these parties stink. And the truth be told, I will say it again, at the end of this session, you got two men that are too old to be running the president, both running against each other again. It's all politics. They don't care nothing about us. I'm just going to keep it real. All right. So there's a whole lot going on. Most tax loops are for the wealthy, right? They're for the wealthy. So if one of those guys make too much money, they could go and buy a $40 million jet. And write it off and write it off over a period of 2 years. We ain't got $40 million jet money. So how come they couldn't do that for a car that weighs 3,000 pounds? It's by design, good people. This stuff is, it just makes me scratch my head, okay? It's just so blatant. It makes me scratch my head sometimes. And I'm telling you guys, when I tell you guys that you need to be investing in a Roth if you don't have one, someone asked me today, and it was a really, really good question, and it was a fair question. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull up this question. I took a snapshot of it, and I just want to address it because I'm going to be open and honest with you guys. Okay, so here's the question. This was a very good question. You say long-term investing over everything, but also say you are 85% cash. No, yes, so that's my earlier video. I said I was 85% cash, but I was explaining how long-term investment works. I said, good point. And that was a good point. And I'm going to tell you why. There's something called rotation. The truth be told, I made a lot of money in a bull market off of crap stock and crap crypto. For those of you that's been following me, I made over $200,000 on crap coin. Okay. But then I also warned people to sell, that it was going to tank. And all these kids flooded the market with to the moon, no, hold, it's to the moon. And I told you guys, I'm tapping out. And a lot of you guys did. But now, those are not plays that I hold. Now, I still dollar cost average even into big tech. But it's small amounts that I'm dollar cost averaging in. Over 20 different stocks. And I showed in the earlier video, I'm going to leave it here, how you just continue to do that. And so what if by chance the market continues to take off for the rest of the year? Then I don't lose. But if it turns around and comes down, that's why I'm keeping my cash, because I have a lot in my portfolios that if the market goes down, then I'm going to go in. If it goes down even more, then I'm going to go in even deeper. I just split it up. Now, it's not one size fit all. I'm just telling you guys. But the truth be told, if I planned on it just going in for the next 10 years, I can continue to buy. Now, I think that big tech is too expensive right now, too frothy, but AI is coming. And like earlier, yesterday, I told you guys, AI is going to actually help the market to continue to grow. Though I think big tech is too frothy. Now, it's not going to be a straight line up. The question is we need, where can we find the gold? The gold is looking for the next Apple stock, right? What is the next Apple, right? I believe that will be an AI. One of these AI companies will be the next Apple. And then big tech will continue to rise on AI, artificial intelligence. So I know I'm kind of jumping around the place, but I just want to teach. I wanted to get that out there. And I don't want you to get mad. I want you to drive tomorrow. I'm releasing this video late. I don't care how many people see it. I want you to drive around. I want you to look at the gas stations. I want you to ask people in the suburbs. I pay less per therm to heat and cool this house than I did when I lived in the city. It's insane. And then the taxes that you pay on your property. I pay half the taxes right now for twice the house. It's insane. And so at some point, you got to realize that the loving father that you thought was good to you is freaking Jeffrey Dahmer. Okay? It just reminds me in grammar school when I was a young man and had a crush on a young girl. I was a straightforward, straight cut guy. I thought I was in love with this girl. I thought she was the best thing. I used to tell her, you know what? And she had a crush on a dude I personally knew was no good. He wasn't my friend. I'm telling her, he's no good. He's no good. All he wants to do is get in your pants. He's no good. He's not going to honor you. And I'm telling her, I'll honor you. I'm good. And she was like, yeah, but you nice. But, he's on the football team and he's this and he's that. And just like I said, he wanted to get in her pants. He pumped her full of babies and he left her, right? And so that's what I'm telling you guys about these parties. They just want to get in your pants and they want to take your money. And they have been. I told you guys before, I went to go see somebody that was in the projects, Henry Hornets in Chicago, for those of you that live there, right? Then I found out that her mother lived there. And then I found out that her grandmother lived there. 3 generations grew up in the projects. I'm telling you guys, that is financial slavery. And they got you. They got you. It's time for somebody to tell the truth, and it's time to wake up. I'm just telling you, it is bad, good people. It is bad. But you can make a choice to get out. I want you to watch the video that's going to be behind this video, the one that I posted earlier, because I'm showing you guys that have no savings, that have no investments. You need to start investing now. Now, I'm going to end with this. I know it's another long video, but I just wanted to get this out to you guys. I think that the market is big tech is frothy. Do some research. Find out about the market. Get the free stuff. I have a class. It's a link below. But get the free stuff. This is not about me selling a class. This is about you doing better. I know I'm probably going to lose some of you guys for telling the truth. I know I may get muted, but telling the truth. But I'm just simply telling the truth to both sides. Out with the parties, okay? People over parties. There's more of us in the middle anyway. We don't have a voice. We don't have a voice. They won't give us a voice on CNN Spin and fake Fox News. They won't give us a voice. But anyway, I'm going to leave that alone, good people. I know it's late. I'm going to post this one too. It was just burning when I left the other video. I just want to help you guys and tell you guys the truth. But now that you have the truth, the question is, what are you going to do? So when you drive around tomorrow, you know somebody that live in the suburbs, call them and ask them, hey, check your bills. What's your per therm charge? How much is a gallon of milk at your grocery store? How much are you paying for gas? How much is the taxes on your house? What's the age of your house? When you find out all of these things and you see that the people that make more money than you, that are living better than you, are spending way less just to live day by day, you should be pissed. Don't get mad. Get even. We'll see you. Live, love, laugh, and learn.